People are furious with MrBeast once again. He recently hosted an event in Las Vegas called the MrBeast Experience.
There's about 50 guests told the CEO of Resorts World they want a refund. They didn't get it. Instead, they got a hotel credit. But many guests we spoke to told us the whole thing left a bad impression.
So the experience is just the bag?
Yeah, the experience, the bag.
And that's it? Are you sure?
Yes, because that's what I see here on my end.
So we should not be expecting anything else?
Tickets for this event cost around $1,000 and were marketed as a 3-day extravaganza at the Resorts World Hotel, featuring a mystery bag, various activities, and a chance to win $10,000. Unfortunately, the event turned out to be a complete flop. It seemed as though the organizers abandoned the execution, and very little actually took place. While fans did receive a mystery bag, what they got was a collection of leftover merchandise in mismatched sizes that didn't even fit properly. Now there are a bunch of disgruntled fans taking to the news, threatening to file a class action lawsuit. They did experience the MrBeast brand, but it's unclear why they are so outraged. Let's first examine what they were promised and contrast it with what they actually received. Many attendees even vlogged their experiences, giving us insight into the situation. The promotional material for the MrBeast experience at Resorts World stated, "From April 13th to 15th, guests can enjoy a 3-night stay at Resorts World, an exclusive MrBeast mystery bag filled with select branded merchandise, and for one lucky participant, a $10,000 gift voucher redeemable for cash throughout the week." They also mentioned various on-site activities designed to create an immersive and unforgettable experience. However, this grand promise ultimately fell short. Attendees were expecting mini-games, meet and greets, photo opportunities, themed food, and special drinks, but none of these elements materialized. Now, regarding that mystery bag, this is essentially what attendees paid $1,000 for. It would have been a simple task to ask fans for their sizes and provide them with suitable merchandise. It raises the question, how did this entire event become so poorly executed?
All right, the MrBeast experience here at Resorts World. A lot of you are asking, did you get the swag bag? Oh, we got the swag bag. Look at this haul, y'all. Just look at it. So everything came in this bag, this MrBeast burlap sack. We got a hat, a small shirt, like really extra small. This actually fits us, which is the MrBeast t-shirt. This is an XL, so Chris and I can wear that. We got some 3X shorts. Yeah, that's right. Everything is just mismatched. So this was our haul. Plus, I have a model.
Don't forget this shirt we got, y'all. Definitely fits, and it's definitely not an extra small.
Fans who flew out to attend the MrBeast experience are feeling utterly disappointed. One dedicated fan vlogged his experience and noted that there was nothing happening at the event. Standing in a venue where activities were promised, he found himself in a dull atmosphere with little to offer all the attendees who had traveled to see MrBeast. This particular fan is such a loyal supporter of MrBeast that he remained charitable in his critiques throughout the video, even after everything that transpired. However, his patience is wearing thin. He had been waiting for days and shelled out $1,000 for this experience, and he is understandably frustrated, wondering what is going on. Eventually, people had enough. The crowd reacted by yelling at the hotel's CEO and demanding refunds. I can imagine how furious I'd be if someone took $1,000 from me and made me fly out only to be greeted with nothing more than a goodie bag. It raises a critical question. Why was this event allowed to happen in the first place? Why weren't the restaurants informed to create a special menu item, like a MrBeast burger, or host any themed activities? The possibilities are endless. You could even organize simple challenges. Just draw a circle on the floor, like the one in that classic SpongeBob episode, and have 50 people sit inside. The last one to leave wins $10,000. That would have created an exhilarating atmosphere and left fans buzzing after the experience. Let's also talk about the diminishing prize pool. I distinctly remember when MrBeast used to give away huge sums like $1 million. Now it's a mere $10,000 with a ticket price close to $1,000. That doesn't quite add up, does it? And considering there were likely over 50 participants, those odds of winning are getting slimmer by the day. Looking at it from a broader perspective, it seems like this whole venture has turned into a strictly profit-driven endeavor. Maybe the economic landscape is hitting MrBeast harder than we realize, forcing him to scale back on what he offers to his fans. Yet, amidst all the disappointment, fans consistently proclaim their love for MrBeast. "We hate the hotel CEO," they shout, diverting the blame. But let's be real here. This is still MrBeast's event, and it carries his name. He ultimately needs to take some responsibility for how things unfolded. In the aftermath of such a poorly organized experience, fans are left feeling scammed, like they were cheated out of their hard-earned money without receiving anything worthwhile in return. To make matters worse, attendees were made to stay at the venue after the unfolding fiasco. At the very least, one would hope they could go home after being charged a steep entry fee. When you hear people say, "Oh, you came here for the MrBeast experience?" followed by an indifferent, "Nah, just take $50 and shut up, please," it illustrates the frustration that has settled over the crowd. That sentiment captures the essence of how disillusioned many fans feel after such an underwhelming experience. Overall, this fiasco serves as a stark reminder of the importance of delivering on promises, especially in the world of influencer events. Fans engage with influencers because they expect authenticity and excitement, and when that's not delivered, it leads to disappointment. MrBeast and his team will need to revisit their strategy and ensure that future events align with the high standards that his followers have come to expect.
It makes Las Vegas look bad. It makes Resorts World look bad. It makes MrBeast look bad. Like, this is a terrible experience. They gave us an experience, all right? A real bad one.
What they did get, waived early departure fees, meaning they won't be charged that extra day, plus a $50 credit to the pool and a $50 credit to an on-site restaurant. That didn't add up for Las Vegas local Jamie Yaxon.
It's a very expensive resort. Like, all their restaurants are very, very expensive compared to most other hotels. So a $50 credit is a joke. It's like one beverage.
How can you promise all of that on the website and then simply say, "We fell short, guys, we messed up"? If you knew things were going off the rails, why didn't you cancel the event? It doesn't make sense to let it continue while still taking people's money. The fact that this hotel CEO isn't immediately issuing refunds is utterly ridiculous. Watching him try to negotiate in this situation is even more absurd. There's really nothing to negotiate about here. If you've completely dropped the ball, own up to it. I can understand why Jimmy, MrBeast, didn't show up in person. He's likely aware of how this situation is unfolding, and frankly, it's a disaster for everyone involved. It's amusing, yet frustrating, to see this CEO attempting to be diplomatic when he should be addressing the anger head-on. It's almost as if he wants to say, "You want a refund? How about you take a stick and shove it up your bottom? Respectfully, of course." Then there's another angry woman who shared her grievances, emphasizing that the money they paid isn't enough compensation because they were promised an experience they didn't receive. She perfectly articulated how they wasted their time. That's absolutely accurate. This was blatant false advertising. A full refund isn't sufficient when you've taken people's time and let them down after they flew in from far away, took time off work, and even brought their kids. Following the disappointment and feeling wronged, many fans are threatening to sue. Now, I don't know if this CEO is bound by some contract that complicates immediate refunds, but I highly doubt it. As a wealthy CEO, why wouldn't you just refund everyone right then and there? It would be simple to reach out to MrBeast and say, "Hey, what the heck is happening here? Can you at least offer these people a quick experience?" Honestly, a brief phone call or acknowledgement might have sufficed and pleased the fans, turning a negative situation into a win by showing that you care. It truly is that easy to make things right. Instead, he's facing threats of lawsuits while refusing to issue refunds. It's a terrible look for everyone involved, and it underscores the importance of accountability in business practices. Fans invest their time and money into these experiences, and when promised something exciting, the least they should expect is honesty and transparency. The fallout from this situation is significant, and it serves as a strong reminder for influencers and businesses alike that their reputations rely on delivering on promises. In today's digital age, trust is a fragile asset, and losing it can have lasting repercussions. Unfortunately for this hotel CEO and MrBeast's reputation, the longer this drags on, the more complicated the narrative becomes.
We're checking into Resorts World Las Vegas for the 3-night MrBeast experience, where one lucky winner gets $10,000. I'm here at Resorts World for the MrBeast experience. Now, we were told that this was over 3 days. We had to pay in advance, and y'all, it is day 2, and there's still nothing going on. They've given us like one item The mystery box is supposed to be today, but I'm standing where supposedly there was supposed to be an activation right in front of Doghouse, the district. There's nothing going on there.
So the event didn't even happen, and attendees walked away with just a measly $50 as a consolation prize, which is basically nothing when you're in Las Vegas. That leads to a pressing question. Who in their right mind is actually paying $1,000 for a so-called MrBeast experience? Seriously, it's mind-boggling. It's hard to believe full-grown adults are falling for this. You'd have to be one of the biggest suckers to hand over that amount for what promised to be a memorable event, but ended up being a complete dud. At the core of this issue is the fundamental principle that if you pay for something, you should receive what was promised. The fact that they didn't deliver on what was advertised is obviously unacceptable. In her statements, she mentioned that nobody had any idea this event was even happening. The restaurants at the venue were completely in the dark, with no plans in place to accommodate the attendees. This isn't the first time we've seen problematic situations arise surrounding MrBeast. It feels reminiscent of the Beast Burger fiasco, where his brand lent credibility to various partnerships, only for the organizers to drop the ball completely, tarnishing his reputation in the process. Some people speculated that this event was merely a quick scheme to offload leftover merchandise or generate funding for other projects. But honestly, that doesn't excuse the lack of follow-through. It's disheartening to see that something could have been executed so easily. The event didn't require a grand production. They simply needed to coordinate with the restaurants to prepare MrBeast-themed items, possibly mix in a few challenges to engage attendees. Yet here we are with lawsuits being tossed around and a host of angry fans. Essentially, these folks flew out, taking time off from school, work, or whatever responsibilities they had, only to end up losing $1,000. Numerous attendees have shared their experiences, with many describing how they sat in empty rooms for days waiting for something, anything, to happen. One particularly diabolical moment came from a fan who revealed that the exclusive merchandise they were promised is now on clearance on the website. Can you imagine? Congratulations on traveling all the way to the MrBeast experience. All you get now is to sit in your hotel room wearing an undersized t-shirt. There are so many simple solutions that could have been implemented to make this event a success. For starters, why not ask attendees for their t-shirt sizes before handing out merchandise? It shouldn't be that complicated. Plus, if you're paying $1,000 for a premium experience, shouldn't there be a chance to meet MrBeast himself? Even a quick phone call would be a nice touch to make fans feel valued. And let's not forget about the heartbreaking stories emerging from this situation. Imagine a mother who brought her son, who is a huge MrBeast fan, only for it to be his birthday and find that he was let down. That's not just a missed experience. It's a massive disappointment that could have been avoided with better planning and communication.
I think the expectation from our perspective is that from the Resorts World, we needed to be able to provide the room product as well as deliver the bags, as well as to make sure that we awarded the $10,000 to a recipient.
So on your guys' website, you guys had throughout the week immersive experiences with dining, menus. Where is that at?
And there's no way to say that we fell short. We fell short.
Right. So what responsibility are you guys going to be taking as falling short on that?
Yeah, and so what we've outlined is to be able to say we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to explore so many other aspects of our resort. So listen.
We didn't come here
to provide $50 food credit.
That's not what we came here for.
$50 at Red Tail.
My thing is not the money. My thing is the experience, the bad experience, the hard feelings of my kids. That's the thing. Even if you give us the money back, we deserve a compensation. A compensation for, it's a fake advertising. It's a very bad customer service. Nobody. Oh no, it was MrBeast, but he's not even here. So you are the ones that are responsible for now. So and $50 is not it's like a joke.
I can understand like if you were a supervisor out here talking to us and just giving us a little fluff to get us on our way. You're the freaking CEO.
It's about
Why
the principle.
are you not standing up for your company and what you guys offer? You didn't give us what we asked you to offer.
You have that authority to make the decision to give all of us our money back and let us walk away.
It's except to
so
you.
If you're not making that decision, we are, or at least I am, going to walk away. I will sign that paper and we will move forward with the class.
I feel like MrBeast really needs to stop putting on such lackluster events. When you commit to something, you must do it right instead of trying to juggle a million tasks at once. And when things inevitably go wrong, simply apologizing for it doesn't cut it. It shows a distinct lack of care for the fans. Instead of letting fires start, it would be better to prevent them from igniting in the first place. After all the backlash, MrBeast did respond on Twitter. One fan tweeted, "Yo, MrBeast, I'm at Resorts World for your experience, and it's been 24 hours. Where's the experience? Are there going to be any activities?" In response, MrBeast said, "This definitely isn't the experience we hope to deliver. My team's already on it. I'd love to make it up to you and anyone else by inviting everyone affected to tour my actual studio. Can't wait to meet all of you, and my team's reaching out." While this is a decent attempt to make amends, it raises the question, why was the fire allowed to start in the first place? Why couldn't they simply deliver what they promised? I'm glad that at least people are getting refunds. It's good to know that he's working to rectify things for that woman and her child. However, MrBeast always seems to be effective at putting out fires, but never there to prevent them in the first place. Honestly, this chaos could have been avoided. Let's hear what the comments are saying about this situation. "This is why you don't buy into these influencer experiences." Another added, "They received the all-day sucker experience. I didn't know adults were into MrBeast. They're probably just bringing their kids." And let's not forget the glaring red flags. Paying $1,000 for 3 nights in Las Vegas should have raised alarms. The extra $50 pool voucher? Another red flag. How much extra will it cost to use the bathroom? It's a scummy operation. One fan recounted she sat locked in a room for 2 days waiting for a mystery gift that turned out to be chocolates. You can't make this stuff up. It practically feels like part of the mystery game was to see how many people were willing to pay $1,000 just to sit around for 2 days. It's truly a massive fail for parents to fork over this much money for their kids to wait around on their birthday for a social media influencer. This situation is what happens when you become infatuated with famous people.
Netta says her son is a super fan of MrBeast.
It was his birthday yesterday, so I just was trying to give him the best experience, and unfortunately, I feel like as a parent I failed him.
Panetta feels the hotel's response was not enough for the damage done.
Their ultimate resolution for all the way across the board was $50 food and beverage credit for 2 different outlets.
It sucks to be the one left disappointed. Even as the biggest fan of a YouTuber, I wouldn't dare shell out $1,000 like that. The bottom line is straightforward. Hopefully all these people got the true MrBeast experience, whatever that means. This situation highlights the need for better planning and execution in influencer events. And that's pretty much the story. I might get another angry message from MrBeast after this video, but what can I say? I'm just reporting the news. If he wants to avoid this kind of scrutiny, then he needs to step up and stop messing up. So there you have it. If you'd like more content like this, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.